What's up, everybody? This is Matt with the Amuka Podcast, here to do technical difficulties. Um, Super excited to be doing this show because I'm going to be talking about something that you finally caught a show, Stefan. Yes, you did. Thank you for finally catching a show. Having a good time, just starting off the show. Bracken, sorry if I'm cutting you off early. He was live in Hook University, and I left to get things set up over here. So I think he's off by now. I would imagine. It's getting late. If not, oh well, not a big deal. I'll catch the rest of the end of his thing, and you can catch this later on as well too. So I got some winter lemon with mint, is what Travis is smoking. What are you guys smoking? Matt, you dropped E. I did not drop E. I promise you that I did not drop E. I don't know what that means. So we are going to be talking about the Onyx Bowl on today's episode. We're going to be talking about the regular stone mason shisha-ware Onyx Bowl. We're going to be doing a deep dive. What is up, Bracken? How you doing? I was just telling him that I didn't get to see the end of your show. I was hoping you were done. That way I wasn't trying to cut you off or anything like that. Just trying to get the show started. We're going to be talking about the mason stoneware shisha-ware Onyx Bowl. Super excited to be doing a huge deep dive into this. The winter lemon I won was good. Oh, winter lemon sounds like a very good flavor. I have winter rose. I have some winter rose from Azor on the blonde line. Royal mango, royal raspberry, and Bermuda mint. Crystal, that sounds bomb. That sounds totally awesome. Do Bermuda mint with Dubai apple. World will change. I'm telling you right now, world will change. We're going to be using the apple on top, carbon 1 stem as well. We might talk a little bit about this. Haven't done it, talk about this for a long time. Matt, you dropped your pocket. Okay. Matt, you dropped your pocket. I can't stop dropping pockets. Okay. Okay, so the cops have given up. We're doing a lot of heists tonight. I'm not going to respond to these pocket comments because knowing Bracken, it's probably Bracken. HEIST 25. Matt, you dropped your pocket. Stop with the pocket dropping. I didn't drop a pocket. No pockets got dropped. Stop with the pocket drop, okay? No more pocket dropping. Okay, so stop, Robert. I did not drop my pocket. I ain't looking down. You're not going to get me. Anyways, now I've lost my train of thought, and I was doing well. I was doing real well. Couple of house cleaning notes that I want to make sure I hit very quickly. First and foremost, thank you to our sponsor, Prestige Bubbles, Coconut Charcoal, the proud sponsor of the Amuka Podcast, keeping our hookahs always smoking great. And then also, don't forget, before it is said and done, head on over to HOHstore.com. Use discount code AMHookah for 30% off. And then also, for the next 2 days until Sunday at midnight, there is a giveaway through our raffle copter that you can win yourself 3 100-gram bags of Hooked on Hookah tobacco. Real simple. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. And follow that. Go get entered into this giveaway. Ends on Sunday. Matt's pocket is lost. My pockets are right here. Where's my pocket? They're right here. Okay, I'm not looking down. I didn't drop no pocket. I don't need to. Blame Bracken. Oh, I could only imagine to blame Bracken. Because he's always trying to get me to look like a fool. But I can do that on my own, thank you. Don't need you, Bracken. My pockets are right here. On my pants, thank you. Let's put it on a milk carton. Ha ha ha. Funny. You can't stop and you won't stop dropping pockets. Hookah University, if there's one thing you've ever taught me, it's stuff. And I've learned enough not to not look down for a pocket joke. What's the deal with your drop pocket? There is no deal. You're the deal. You've created the deal. Stop with the pocket drop. Can we move on to the show? All right. Talked about the giveaway. Talked about the discount code until Sunday. AM Hookah over at HOHstore.com. Talk about our wonderful sponsor. I'm going to be using those charcoal tonight. Matt, how do you feel about all glass hookahs? Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Asking real questions over here. Appreciate that. Hookah University is love. It is love. It is absolute love. That's for sure. The arena's cleaned up. If you guys want to do an FFA with me, type in !FFA. You'll automatically have 15 bowls deducted from your account, and then it'll randomly select a winner. Winner takes all. Cinnamon, want to know what happened to Adrian? Are you Cinnamon, Hookavine? I've never put two and two together. Are you Cinnamon? All right. Michael, Matt, how do you feel about all glass hookahs? I'm not a huge fan of them. I'm not I don't dislike them. I'm not angry about them. They don't frustrate me, or I don't dislike them or anything. But I just like the traditional look of a standard hookah. I like this. I like this look to a hookah. I like a vase that's made out of glass. I like a stem that's made out of carbon fiber, stainless steel, aluminum, brass, whatever the case may be. I like this. I like this normal standard style of a look. I'm also not a big fan because I'm scared that I'm going to break it. It's all glass. I'm clumsy. I will drop it and I will cry. I don't want to do that because it cost me a lot of money. I think they're very good on actually smoking. So let's get into like the more objective things and less subjective real quick. So honestly, they are very good smoking hookahs. They're a very open draw. Like if you've never smoked out of a standard, all glass hookah, the majority of them are super, super, super open, man. Like they take like you're taking, they feel like you're taking a nice big air, a nice breath, right? Like that. Honestly, like they are very, very open. The majority of them that I've tried. Like I'm sure there's restricted ones. I'm sure there's ones that aren't very good and stuff, but I'm not even joking. Like very open draws, which I'm not a huge fan of. I don't mind a big open draw, but I prefer a little bit of restriction, just an ever so slight amount of restriction, because I want to make sure that I feel like I'm pulling on the hose and the hookah and stuff to generate the suction so that you're getting the flavor. I feel like that's an important thing. That's a part of hookah, I kind of feel. They are pretty. They're very, very pretty, especially like the really, really nice ones and stuff like that. Bracken's taking vodka shots? What? You're taking vodka without me? If only I would have known, then maybe I would have also. What are your thoughts on dropped pockets? Well, Raul, I think. No comment. No comment on that. All right. Well, now that we're done with this, okay, we're done. We're done talking about pockets and stuff. Rob, great review, by the way. Yeah, Bob, great review. Flying with Bob, smoking with Bob. He's on Hookah University, and he has a show that he's been doing. This is his second week or second time. I don't know if you did it last week, too, I believe. Maybe it was a week and a half ago. I thought it was last week. You'll have to correct me. He did a review last week of the Odin pipe, which I was super excited to hear more about because I've always wanted to find out more information about it. And then this week he did the Melexicon? I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. I've never tried to pronounce it outside of my own head. But he did a review of that pipe as well. I haven't got to watch the whole thing. I was busy running around the city with my daughters, which was a lot of fun. But I will definitely go and check it out. And if you guys have not seen it, I'm sure it's fantastic. Head on over to Hookah University over on Facebook and check it out because it will be a fantastic show. Quality, Bob, we got to have you on the show. Okay, we have to have you on the show to talk about your past, and you've been around for a long time. You've seen a lot of things happen in the world of hookah. I would love to pick your brain and do that on the show. So let's get you on the show sooner than later, Bob. We will make this happen. Bracken, producer Bracken, you make sure to get in touch with Bob, okay? You make sure to get in touch with Bob. We're going to make this happen. Okay, let's see. I am not. You are so. Matt, what's the one thing that has changed your smoking experience the most? I saw you ask this on Bracken's Live right before I got off of the thing, and I answered it on there, but I think it's a good thing to talk about over here as well. The thing that has changed my smoking experience the most, and I'd like to even do this as a full-on topic for the podcast for me and Adrian to discuss because I think it's a really good topic, actually. But I would definitely have to say that it's not HMDs. This is the Phoenix HMD. I'm a fan of it. I like it. Don't get me wrong. But the thing that's changed my smoking experience the most, and you can go into a couple different things with this, right? Hold on. Let me grab it. It's the Provost. The Provost is the number one thing that has changed my smoking sessions the most. It really is. Like being able to use this and generate the heat that you get to save and the longevity that you add to your coals and just the entirety of it together, man. This is something that I'm watching Rob on the Amuga podcast. You should watch Bob on the Amuga podcast. Um, yes, the Provost. The Provost is definitely the number one thing that has changed my smoking experience the most. Congratulations. Travis is winning all sorts now. Got to turn that heater off real quick, like. Yeah. The reason why for the Provost being the number one thing is because once you get the hang of it, you get to really save on coals. You get to have longer sessions. I feel like you get a little bit better flavor. I know some people prefer just using charcoal on foil. I don't disagree with that, and I think that's fine, obviously. But I definitely think that if you're using a Provost, you're going to get a longer session. I won't say a better session because that is completely subjective in a lot of different areas, obviously. But you are getting a longer session, be it cubes or flats, anything like that. I think that's something that I think is really important. I have heard about Provost, and I will do my own research, but I really don't know what it is. Okay, well, the Provost, here it is. This is what it is. It's a two-piece system. Let me go get the third piece, because technically it's three pieces, sort of. So I'll explain. I know today we're going to be doing an episode about the Mason bowl, but let's go ahead and talk about this. This is the apple on top bowl right here. This is an aluminum bowl. This is, not the first metal bowl, but it's probably the first popular metal bowl, I would say. This is a, silicone on the outside. The inside is aluminum, and this is the apple on top bowl. Now, this was not intended originally to get foil put on it because there's a little poking hole right there in the middle, and the reason why that exists is because it goes with the Provost just like that, and it just fits on it. So you don't use any foil. You just use this on top of it like that. And then it's like a wind cover. You got to remember back in the day when we used to smoke hookah, before the days of HMDs, we used to use wind covers. This was an odd shape, and also it came on this thing called a tabletop hookah that Apple on Top also released. So I don't know if that's why they didn't want to do it. This is also a pretty big neck for where it would maybe land. I'm not sure if there's other reasons to why they decided they wanted to do this. But the reason this exists is because it was a wind cover alternative, basically. So you put your charcoal in there, you put your wind cover on top of it. It has vents that you're able to open up. Now, after a while, people were discovering that they like the bowl, it's fine or whatever, but you could foil a bowl and still put this directly on top and still have a really good session because you're still gaining that area above the foil onto the Provost. And yeah, so that's a big reason why that took off so extremely well. This is just a regular piece of like maybe stainless steel. I don't know. Maybe it's aluminum. I really don't know what kind of metal it is. My apologies for that. But I don't. And I'm not going to lie to you and say that it is what it isn't, because it's just a piece of metal and it works really good. But yeah, it's a two-part system. You got the lid that spins around, has vents on the top of it that you're able to open and close. And there you go. That is the Provost. Originally meant for the apple on top bowl, but it is used with every bowl in the world. Apple on Top also maker of the Carbon One hose. This is the Apple on Top Carbon One hose, and then I have the Apple on Top Carbon One stem. This is a carbon stem hookah stem, right? Like I have a lot. I like Apple on Top. I've liked them for a very, very long time, and I've always supported their stuff. I think they make great products, and yeah, so. There you go. We got the hose that we're going to use for tonight's episode. We'll use the Apple on Top carbon hose. I need to go get a tray for that in a second. All right. Let me see what I've missed over here. It's time to start winning. It's time I started winning. Yes, sir. Never mind. You answered my last question. Awesome. Happy I could do that for you, Michael. Mexanica. Mexanica. I don't know. Provost did give me a better section. I'd love to. Thank you. Yeah, we got to have you on anytime. Yes, we'll get Bracken in touch with you. Anytime Okay, absolutely you will. B-Lou, what is up, B-Lou? How's it going? I know you had some questions about the Provost at one time. I don't know if that helped you as well too. If you want more information about the Provost, Adrian Hunter actually did a full episode talking only about the Onyx Bowl and the Provost. Like, that was his actual talk. My talk is going to be more geared towards just the Onyx Bowl in general. So that's what we're going to be doing. In fact, let's go ahead and try to get into this show a little bit now that we can. Oh, there's a heist. Get your heists and your FFAs in tonight, guys. H-E-I-S-H. Hold on, I don't know how to spell nothing. H-E-I-S-T. I always do 25 on the heist. That way, I get 50. I double my money. You double your money regardless. But I feel like 25 is like a safe bet, unless you lose a lot. Then you just lose slowly, but you still lose a lot, obviously. FFAs are 15, so careful. Mexa. Oh, okay. I think I said it right that time. I'm just getting to fully cleaning. Cool. Clean your hookah, I think is what you said. I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch over to our pack of our shot pack. This is where we're going to... I did not steal this from Bracken, just so we're clear. I know that he did this on the show, but I did not steal this from Bracken, okay? If anything, Bracken probably stole this from me, because I've been doing this for a little while now, okay? I've been stepping up my game a little bit. This is the AM Hookah Pack Mats. This is the one that you want because it says AM Hookah on it. Boom. Yeah. Okay. Last question. Is that real wood behind you, unlike Bracken? This is real wood. Yes, it is. This is real wood right here. Okay, this is wood on this is my office, my man cave, my basement, all those things. This is real wood. It sure dang diddly is. Real wood. You don't have to type in an amount on the FFA. Exclamation FFA will automatically take 15 bowls out of your account and put them into the pot, and then it randomly selects one winner that receives all of them. Matt, how did you get this angle? I already told you. It was my angle first. He stole my angle. Let's talk about this. This is the Onyx Bowl. This is not the Grand Onyx. This is made out of Mason's Shisha Ware proprietary clay blend that they use. It has like a darker color on the inside. The entire thing's glazed. All this outside's glazed. This part right here is glazed. Makes cleanup really easy. The inside of it, the inside where, inside the spire and inside the actual bowl is not glazed. Just so you guys are aware, it is not glazed on the inside of it. It does have this weird lip thing that it does. It's going to be hard to show off on camera, but it has a lip that tilts on the inside, kind of like its own personal mullet catcher, to make sure that it can catch any extra seeping tobacco juices and stuff like that. It makes cleaning it a slight pain, especially in my case, because I just cleaned it because I had it dirty and I wanted to talk about it, and now it still has like a little bit of that like kind of icky tobacco juice inside of it. How did you get an Onyx? Thought you broke yours. I did. I'll get to that story very shortly. It has a very shallow diameter. Here's the thing. If you are using an HMD, it's lipped. Okay, it's not like perfectly fitted lip, but it basically is. I don't have a cloud, so I can't tell you about that. But I can tell you that it fits the Phoenix absolutely fantastically. It fits right inside of it. There's not like a lot of wiggle room or anything like that. It does a great job fitting the Phoenix inside of it, obviously. And then, so it's lipped so that this area right here, pretty low, pretty small diameter, pretty shallow, very wide, obviously. Can make foiling it kind of weird, but you can foil it. We will be foiling it tonight. I'm not using an HMD tonight. Just wanted to show that off because it's the Phoenix and it's sexy. So this bowl was given to me from Cameron, who came on the Gamecast a few weeks ago and kicked my butt on Smash Brothers. Kicked it so badly he felt bad for me, and he felt so bad for me. He said, "You know what, man? I'm gonna donate this bowl for you to make you feel a little bit better." So thank you, Cameron. Appreciate it a ton because I really like this bowl a lot. I think the Onyx Bowl is 100% worth the justification of the claims that are said about it. It is not an expensive bowl. This is $40, $45 if you can get it. The problem is not the price. The problem is the availability, which is a whole nother topic for a whole nother show with a whole lot of different reasons and stuff. Yeah, this is a great bowl. This is worth the $45 that they charge. I paid mine when I was in Vegas 2 years ago. I paid for one at $55, which I thought, or no, I paid $65, which I was a little afraid to pay. Not going to joke. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to like this. I don't know if it's going to be worth this $65. It's a lot of money for a bowl. I've never spent $65 before. And the first time I smoked out of it, I was like, yep, this was a great idea. This is wonderful. This is a great bowl. This Tristan, good friend of the show, good friend of everybody in the community. No joke. love you, Trist. I love you so much. But you overdo it. But you're not lying when you say that this is an amazing bowl, because it legitimately is. And that's as much, I'm not going to go any further. The color on this is fantastic. It's just this beautiful blue color that I really like. It has a really nice labeling on it. This really is just fantastic. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be using this tonight. So what are we going to be smoking? So, I kind of did a session last night, and I was thinking about doing the same one again. This is Raspberry Rose from Hooked on Hookah. Packaging's up there on my wall of fame because they deserve a spot in the wall of fame for Raspberry Rose. Ultraviolet from Azor, because Ultraviolet from Azor is delicious. And then, where did I put it? Oh, Mint Mojito, which is really good. It's their mint and their mojito flavor or whatever, but it is really strong and a really good mint. So I was thinking about doing these two, or these three. Dark Leaf for the, Azor Dark for Ultraviolet, and then an unwashed leaf for the HOH. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Got these three bad boys. We got 3 sectors here. We're not going to use them only in the sectors. What is up, hookahologists? How you doing? I have not had a chance to watch your newest review because I haven't watched Endgame, and I don't want to take that chance that you spoil something, because I know you do, because I saw your posts on the Facebooks. So yeah, Nino is a great guy. Much love. Agreed. Love Nino. He's a great dude, man. I've had good conversations with him. Can't wait to see him again in Vegas. It's going to be fantastic. Can't wait to sit down and talk with him. Can't wait to sit down and talk with everybody, man. What's up? Bilu is the only... Oh, Bilu and myself are the only survivors of the heist. There you go. Watch out, everybody. Me and Bilu, we're protecting our own. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and start some calls. That way I can try to time it up a little bit. Oh, sure wish those coals would light faster. So now I got to chit chat. Oh, here's my awesome tongs, my Paul tongs, work bun tongs. Here we go. This is gonna be the quickest review. You're gonna see the edited video on my official Matt Dezen channel. This is a review for the work bun tongs. Okay. All right. The work bun tongs are a wonderful, well-made, high-crafted tong that if you bend the ends, you can create high precision. I'll edit that out, don't worry. High precision in what you're picking up to make sure that you don't accidentally drop a charcoal where it shouldn't land. These tongs, once again, I'll edit that out. These tongs are not a necessity, nor are they needed by any stretch of the imagination. But I will tell you this, you'll feel good holding them, you'll look cool holding them, and you'll definitely enjoy them. So if you have somebody that you're looking to buy a gift for, this is definitely something that they also would enjoy. It is a very practical gift. Hookah smokers will enjoy getting a pair of tongs like this. Plus, if you head on over to hookahjohn.com where you buy these, you can use discount code AMHookah and get 10% off your order over $45. So save some money, buy some tongs, get a gift. Talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye. There you go. That review is going to hit on my personal channel in the next couple of days. You guys saw it here first. Congratulations. It's going to be a very quick review, and I already do quick reviews, if you know what I'm talking about. Ha ha ha. I don't know what that means. Rob, make sure to use the Helix Bowl on your next hookah review. I agree, you should. Bob, you should. Will you stop saying Rob? It's Bob. That's how I see him on the Facebook groups, is Bob. What do you like to go by? Do you like to go by Bob, or do you like to go by Rob? It's up to you. I will call you what you ask me to call you. Got some work buns, and they are cool. They are cool. Work buns are very cool. All right, so we're gonna just put all this stuff in here. We're gonna kind of use these old dividers. Make sure I got the camera working or doing its job, showing me packing. I'm not really pushing it down. I know it's hard to tell because sometimes it looks like that, but I'm not really pushing down. What I'm doing is spreading around. We're going to go with basically like a 25% compression to this in this pack, and we're going to do it all around. All three of these are going to get like a 25% compression to it. Oh man, this raspberry rose is so delicious smelling. Oh, I love it. I love it with all my heart. It's so good. The way that I feel about this rose raspberry is how I used to feel. It's what I feel about Static Starlight. Yeah, it's very good stuff. And then this mint. This mint is the one that, so it's actually the same one as the one Bracken has. His is called Dr. Freeze or Brain Freeze or something like that. Man, where do y'all get those damn hookah forks? This is from Urso, which is a Brazilian company, and we got it through this group buy that me and some other enthusiasts did a long time ago, and that's where we got these Urso forks from. You can also get the Alpha Kama forks from 5-Star Hookah, which is the same kind. They just branded Alpha Kama. You can get those on 5starhookah.com. Boom, boom, boom. Now this is another bougie accessory, is these forks. You know, not a necessity by any stretch, but man, are they nice to have. Best part about these forks, though, is just the fact that you can do that. That's all that matters. You know, the fork part is nice, whatever, but the fact that you always have a poker nearby, that is the best part about it. Okay, so after we get all three of these kind of evened out, make sure that we got a good amount of tobacco. Once again, as I'm kind of pushing down, I'm just kind of spreading it around. Want to make sure that when you push down, you still have some life to it. Getting closer and closer off of my pack mat, which is not a good idea considering that it's here to help keep it safe. You know, this is a good level right here. You're right at the where the what's it called? The lip of the bowl is basically. Yes. So this is looking good to me. I'm going to make sure that I'm clear from that spire to help, you know, maintain not a whole bunch of mess in the bowl or in the vase and stuff like that. And then I'm going to go get some foil so that we can get foiling on this bad boy right here. My girl packed Ventura Peach, Cashmere Peach. Never thought of doing that, but it was pretty good. Oh, that's good to hear. Hey, I heard some rumors, Bilu, preemptively warn you or tell you. I only barely heard about this, otherwise I would have told you before. But supposedly there may be some bad batches of Tangiers going around. So I really hate that I think we talk about Tangiers a lot in this community as being a very positive thing and great flavors and stuff. But if for some reason I led you down a road that got you to a bad flavor, I apologize, guys. I promise you that the stuff that I post and review and say is based upon the individual things that I'm doing. I can't promise that your batch will be the same as my batch. I expect the companies to make, you know, the same things to everybody. You know, I think that every batch should be pretty consistent. A good company is going to have good consistent. Okay, here is the tinfoil. I see a little bit of ooze on the outside of my rim, so I'm gonna go get a paper towel so I can clean that up. I'm a little worried that the tinfoil that I got is too small because I was like doing it on like a regular style bowl, but I think we'll be okay. We'll find out. Got to make sure that we can get a nice tight air seal for the middle of it. That's the important part. So take your outside of your hand and go underneath it, not on top of it. Go underneath it and make sure that you're pushed up against the bowl. really well, just like this, obviously. See that? And then you're going to bring your thumb up and you're going to push down along the rim where that lipped area is. You're just going to push right down against that. And that's going to help also create that airtight suction. So you got the outside push down, you got the right here on the edge of the bowl push down, you got the rim push down. The whole thing is good. We're good. We're good. It's not covering it 100% perfectly. Got some, it's almost coming off, but it is completely sealed. We're good on this completely. Let's go ahead and get our holes punched. Oh, Tristan just showed up.
Oh my God, it's a mason. My mason sense were tingling. Ooh.
I'm just kidding. Matt, should I use flats or cubes on Alpha Comma? I use flats on everything, man. Flats is what I use. I don't really care for cubes all that much. I use flats. I use jumbo flats more specifically because they are the best flats that I've ever used in my life, okay? They're great. They're wonderful. What do you guys want to see happen on technical difficulties? What kind of topics, what kind of conversations, what kind of products do you want to see us do? Do you want to see us do pack videos? Do you want to see us do mix videos? Do you want to see us do review videos? What kind of videos would you guys like to see on technical difficulties? Technical difficulties, this is the first year we've done it. This is the first season, I should say, that we've done it. We did Gamecast a little bit the first season, a little bit the second season. We've done it a ton more this season, obviously. But technical difficulties for the first season has been doing a very good job. I really, really have enjoyed the results that we've gotten back from it. But I want to know from you guys that watch the show, what do you want to see happen with technical difficulties? Super important to me. Is that couch still for sale? I don't have a couch. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, did it have a natural peach flavor? What's all talking about? Who's talking? I need to figure out who's talking, because I don't know what's going on. Did you find it is a really wide bowl to fill with? Do you find it's a really wide bowl to fill with? Do you mean when you're filling in your tobacco, or when you are using like heat? What do you mean by, do you find it to be a really wide bowl to fill with? Because it is a very wide bowl. Context, this is an 80 feet bowl. Very small in comparison. It fits, there's room on the outside of it. But then there's the Goodfella V4, which is about the exact same as the actual bowl portion of it. The bowl where you're going to put your tobacco inside of. The outside is just that rimming of it that is not super important, but it is the same size like a Goodfella V4. So it is a wide bowl, absolutely. This I would consider a wide bowl, 80 feet of wide bowl. Stone Vortex, standard bowl. What's it called? Alien Funnel standard diameter bowl. Only other thing I want to talk about is the fact that this is cast. I wanted to make sure you guys knew this is cast. This is not handmade. It's handmade. Somebody's making it, but this is a cast mold. That's why each one of these bowls looks so similar, because they are molded from a cast. They're not handmade, so there's not like little imperfections the same way. They're different. They're still highly made. I didn't know if I had mentioned that or not. This is definitely a cast bowl out there. Everyone knows that. Oh, I forgot hey, you guys didn't tell me to get a tray. This is my Urso tray. The Urso tray. Got the Urso fork. Got the Urso tray. I got some Urso tongs. Not as good. Not as good as the tray and the fork. Make sure we got a nice tight seal. All right. The heat retention of the Onyx bowl is fantastic, by the way. Does a great job of maintaining heat, keeping heat. It helps, continue the longevity for a lot of this sort of stuff. To start this bowl, I'm going to put the Provost on top of it. I'm going to crook it just a little bit, and then before we start smoking, I might take it off. We'll see what happens. There's 3 jumbo flats inside of this. We're going to let it warm up. I meant to do that. I wanted to show you what could happen if you don't pay close enough attention. That's what could happen. All right, let's go back to this shot over here. Hey, how's it going? How y'all doing? Now you don't have to stare at my messy desk. 3 cubes always works good when you got your Provost. Yeah, I three cubes on my Provost. I had a special technique I would use called the temple. I don't know, maybe the fire temple. I never really came up with a super creative name for it, but I used to use this technique where what I would do is I would put 2 in towards the middle, left and right, towards the middle of the bowl, and then I'd put a third one, and I'd put it at a angle so it'd fit between the 2 in the middle, and then as the session got longer and they started to shrink and get smaller, that third one would fall usually off to the side, and then I'd make sure that they were in the 3 different spots, and they would work really well. That's what I used to do for 3 cubes on when I used my Provost. Never tried that without a Provost because it always worked so well with a Provost. But you could probably do it without Provost as well. Not sure. Hookah Fiend, I don't have jumbo flats. You should. You should. End of discussion. You should. Hold on. Let me grab some. I'll show you what I mean. Here's the Prestige Cubes, in case you didn't know what the box of the Prestige Cubes looks like, because you always see my Prestige Jumbo Flats box, the small and the big one. So here's the 3 cubes, right? So what you do is you take the 2. Take the 2 so it's in the middle of the Provost like that, and there's that little bit of space. And then you take the third one, and you put it like this. So it creates a temple. And then as it gets smaller, these shrink, that one shrinks, and then you can move it and put it off to the side as it gets smaller, or you can put the lid on it. You have a lot of different opportunities when you do that. That's what I did, because you're getting a little bit extra heat, but you're not putting all 3 points of contact onto the Provost, which would get super hot, obviously. Or you can just do 2, light a third, and use it a little bit later. Up to you. Lots of different ideas. Make your hookah session your own. Okay, dust finally settled. Oh, I don't think I entered that FFA, did I? I think I might have. Khaled, did I enter it? You tell me. Okay, someone said do a Hookah 101 series. I love that idea. I'd like to work with somebody to really nail down topics of discussion, items to really go over. I mean, is it as simple as like, this is what the very first pack you're ever going to do is? Because if you look over the stuff that we've done for technical difficulties, which is surprisingly like almost 20 episodes, because we do 24 episodes into a season of the AM Hookah podcast, so we will have as many technical difficulties as we will as many game casts, basically. So like there's just so much content that we do here on the AM Hookah podcast. Much love to you as well, Bob. Have a good night. I will talk to you later. We'll get you on the show. Don't you worry. Guarantee it. 3 cubes always look good, work good. Fiend, I don't have any jumbo flats. Depends on if you smoke hot like I do. Combatant stepped into the arena. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I may have missed up here. I wanted to see if Bob told me if he wanted me to call him Bob or not, because I swear that's what I'm going to start. That's what I call him. Review videos. I love my Goodfellow V3. Should I upgrade to a 4.5? I like the 4, but it is a big bowl unless you get the shallow. The 4.5 is definitely the one you should go with, because it would be a lot more shallow and not so deep. Unless you really like smoking a lot of blonde leaf, then I don't think it's that big of a deal. Jesse, what's up? How do you feel about the Lotus 2 heat management device? Here's an interesting topic of discussion, because I don't have a Lotus. I have no want to get a Lotus. I'm not a fan of what the Lotus is and how it functions. I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of the Lotus. I got a Phoenix, so like I'm more than happy with my HMD of choice. I got a Provost that I love to use with foil, so like I'm more than content with what I have for my heat management-ness. The Lotus 2, while it does look pretty, in no way entices me. I also don't like the idea. I don't like to preheat my Phoenix, but I'm not a huge fan of preheating the stuff, because when you shock tobacco, that's not usually a good thing to do. Same thing when you're cooking. Like, you don't always like to shock your meat, depending on what you're cooking. There's different styles to do everything, obviously. I think that the Lotus 2, it kind of specializes in a certain sort of market that's inside of the hookah market, which is, that kind of like, I don't want to call it bougie because it's not just bougie smokers that like to use the Lotus or anything like that, but just like there's like a style of people that have adopted that sort of smoking, which is totally cool, totally fine. Just not like my cup of tea. I may be just a little bit too old school and old fashioned in that sense. I like to use a foil, but I still use the Provost. So like at the same time, I like to say I'm old school, but I'm obviously like super. I've changed up incredibly, obviously. Matt, thanks for showing me on how to pack my oak. Oh, I hope I was able to give you some advice. I don't have an oak, but I do have a stone bowl. Look at that. My Urso tray's all sorts of messed up now because my bad ability to put a Provost lid on. Let's see if that works. That's hot. That was nice and warm. All right, let's see if we get any smoke. We let it heat up for a little while. We'll see if we're getting any smoke. This is a surprisingly apple on top setup. I got the apple on top carbon 1 stem, and then I got the apple on top carbon hose as well. So, and then I got a Provost on top with 3 jumbo flats and using the Onyx because that's kind of what we're talking about a little bit is the Onyx. I know that a lot of people like to use the Onyx with a Cloud Lotus. Definitely something that was built to be together. So, all right. So I'm not sure. Let's see. Good question, Jesse. Agreed. Absolutely a good question. But I can't give you like that, like hardcore, like this is yes, it is a buy, yes, it is a buy, or no, it's not a buy, or don't buy it, all that kind of stuff. I really can't say that precisely because I don't own one, and I wouldn't feel good telling you to buy something or not to buy something based on me not actually having it in my hand and not using it on a regular basis. Adrian has a Lotus. I don't know if he got a Lotus 2. He had a Lotus Plus, so he may not have a Lotus 2. There's a lot of good community members that do have a Lotus 2. I wish Paul was in here because Paul would be able to give you a lot of really good information. His biggest thing is for a bowl that costs that amount of money, it should function with more bowls than it actually does. So a big part of his problem was it doesn't fully function with all the bowls that he feels like it should function with. So keep that in mind that if you're buying this bowl, there's a good chance that it may not even work with the bowl that you're used to using, which is kind of a letdown, I would say. I would say that would not be a great, wonderful thing. Maybe you're okay with that. I don't know. You'd have to tell me. You got me craving to smoke some Tangiers now. It happens. It happens. In your experience, what works better on the Onyx bowl, the Phoenix or the Provost? Let's take a couple hits. Let's dissect this question a little bit and take a couple hits. Oh, there's a heist. It's already starting to smoke pretty good. I got to get in on this heist. Raspberry Rose. I'm telling you, Raspberry Rose, very good. I love it. Okay, so what do I like better, the Phoenix or the Provost on my Onyx? I can tell you right now that I love using my Phoenix on the Onyx. It's the only bowl that I consistently use it on. So when I broke my Onyx, my old one, I stopped using my Phoenix as much because I just don't use it on the other bowls as much. But I used to use it quite often on my Onyx whenever I would smoke Tangiers, which I know is odd because some people say that Tangiers doesn't work well in an HMD. I don't have experience using the Lotus with Tangiers, obviously. I only have experience using the Phoenix, and I thought it worked very well. And I liked the way that it smoked with 4 coals with the Phoenix inside of the Onyx. It would be a session that lasted for God ever, but it was a great session. So when it comes to Tangiers, that is like one of my preferred ways of smoking, is using the Phoenix with the Onyx with Tangiers. Balla, love it. Other times, it's the Phoenix. I like the Phoenix so much because, the Provost. Here's the thing, and I've said this in my review. If you go and check out the Matt Dezen channel, you can go check it out. I said this in the review of the Phoenix. I said the Provost is a tool that every hookah smoker should have in their arsenal. It is as important as a fork. It is as important as good quality charcoal, in my opinion. That's what the Provost is to me. Now, with all that said, once you master that and you get past that part of like using these items and you want to be an enthusiast and go out and buy more things, then yes, all those other items are awesome and you should go out and get them. That's what I was doing when I was referring to the Phoenix. That was the 1.0 review back in the day. But I said after you've mastered the Provost and you want to move on, you want to try something different, then for sure, go out and buy this. It's a great thing to use. Stefan says, I still can't pack with the Phoenix. Really, Stefan? Me and you should spend some time when I get to Vegas. Me and you can talk. I find the Provost starts to sag on the Onyx. Huh, I've never noticed that. This is only the second bowl I've smoked out of this Onyx right here. So maybe I'll notice it with this Onyx. You know, they are cast, but they are slightly different. Different things can happen in the casting process and stuff. Khaled has 1,000 bowls, by the way. Just everyone, just take a second and breathe that in. 1,000 bowls. The arena is open, by the way. What's up, Captain Wetbeard? I don't know if I said hello to you already. How's it going, man? How you doing tonight? This is interesting because the HOH is slightly overpowering the Azor. And I know I used two HOH, obviously. I used the Rose Raspberry and the Mint Mojito to the Ultraviolet, but Ultraviolet is such a strong flavor. I didn't think that would matter. We have so many people that are getting into the arena for the FFA. This is going to be a nice big pot for whoever wins this. It's going to be nice. Bracken has 1,000 bowls. His name is Robert Paulson. Shout out to anybody who gets that. Everybody who gets that reference, Robert Paulson. Everyone that gets that, hashtag name of the movie. Hashtag name of the movie if you get that. His name is Robert Paulson. He gave his life for the mission. No, he didn't, you idiot. He had a name. His name was Robert Parson. You guys get it? When you die, you get your name. His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson. I butchered that scene. I know I did. But that's kind of close, right? Rule 1. I guess maybe we shouldn't talk about it. I guess maybe we shouldn't say it. Oh, funny, Stefan. Ha 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 ha. You're so funny. Travis, I was lucky yesterday and gained a few. Hookafine, how many bowls you got? I didn't even notice. Hookafine. Oh, Captain Wetbeard has 1,000 bowls. We got the 1,000 bowls club coming in hot, guys. We got some 1,000 bowls people. Hookafine, how many bowls you got? I did not see your bowls count. Getting that ultraviolet taste a little bit more now. Such a good flavor. That ultraviolet is a rose flavor, so I'm getting a lot of rose in this, obviously. And then the ultraviolet is a rose with like citrus notes to it as well, like some sweet fruit notes in there and stuff, which is always really good. Who won the heist? Most of the team made it out alive. Matthew made it out. Bilu made it out. I made it out. Hookafee made it out. Captain Wetbeard just won 500 bowls. You bet 250 bowls, and Stefan also made it out. My goodness. That was a big heist. What a heist. I might need to lower the maximum amount that you can use in a heist coming up. Now that we're starting to get 1,000 bowl users. Hookafine with 1,400 bowls. Hookafine. 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 with 1,400 bowls. Wow! That's a lot of bowls. I did. I have mixed ultraviolet with static starlight, and it was magical. It was fantastic. You know what my favorite mix to do with static starlight towards the end was? My favorite mix of static starlight was static starlight and strong mango from Zomo. That mix was phenomenal. I loved that mix. I was smoking it back to back. It was so good, so often. I also really like ultraviolet with strong blue from Zomo. I thought that was a really good mix as well. I need more. I need more ultraviolet and static starlight because I'm out. Travis, just happy to have some bowls. Hookafine, I'm rich in bowls. Very nice. I love this hose. I love the carbon one hose. It was one of my very first slim style hoses. It was one of the first slim style hoses in the American market before like the Russian invasion and stuff like that and took over. But yeah, the only thing I don't like about it is how strong the silicone is on it. So it always sticks and moves around. Oh, sorry about that. It always sticks and moves around, kind of unpliable and stuff. I won. I won the battle royale. Come at me, brah. Don't at me, brah. Come at me, brah. Michael says he doesn't know what this heist stuff is. Heist is a mini game that you can earn bowls with, and the way you do it is when the heist opens, you type in exclamation point heist space and the amount of bowls that you want to use, and then what happens is it randomly generates who is going to be the winners of that round, and then they all get double the amount of bowls that they bet. Just a way to earn more bowls, basically. Um, and then the FFA is a battle royale, so everybody enters it, and then one person wins it, and they take the entire pot. The Onyx is a wonderful bowl. It has a great heat retention. Always had really good sessions with it. Always tasting full flavors with it. It lasts for a very long time because it retains so much heat. It is a well-made bowl. It lasts for it lasts for a long time. I wore mine down in cold and in heat and shocked it. I think is what happened because I was able to break it with my bare hands. Also, I'm the Hulk on my off days, obviously, so that's another reason why it happened. But yeah, it is just a super well-made bowl. I'm so glad to have it back in my possession because I love using this bowl and I use it all the time. You may notice some names that are coming up whenever you type in exclamation point bowls. You may be noticing that everyone is getting like these little monikers or titles. And the way that that works, just so you guys have an idea, is I have some just basic ones set up there. They're called ranks, is what they are. But like if you have 0 bowls to 249, then you're a quick light. If you have 250, if you have 100 bowls to 249 is what I should have said. So 0 to 99, you're a quick light. 100 to 249, you're a watcher. 250 to 499, you're an AM smoker, and then 500 and up, because we don't have a next tier after that, you're a brickhead. Those are the tiers or the ranks that we have as of right now. Are they going to change? Probably. They're just It's a lot of testing that I'm doing just to try and really kind of figure out how to use the system best to its ability, so that I'm able to properly use it in the future for other things. Because the bowls are going to be super important. They're going to be used for giveaways. They're going to be used for discount codes. They're going to be used for raffle items. They're going to be used for merchandise. They're going to be used for all sorts of stuff. So you're going to want to get as many bowls as you possibly can. I guarantee you that the more bowls you have in the future, the better off you're going to be when it comes to getting different things. Tristan, Tristan says that he's going to bet all of his bowls. How many bowls do you got, Tristan? What are you going to bet it on? Are you going to? You can't bet it on FFA, so you're going to do it on the heist. Tristan says forever a quick light. Well, Tristan, as long as you're using quick light on your Onyx, then you'll be fine, right? That's the way it works, I think. Oh, this is so nice and relaxing. It's exactly what I needed after a long day. We made it to the weekend, guys. The week is over. It is time to enjoy. Hashtag Fight Club. Somebody said it. What's the first rule? You're not supposed to talk about it. I don't have many bowls because I keep betting them, is what Tristan says. We'll talk to Travis. He knows all about that. He knows all about that happening to him. You guys could get along pretty well, I'm sure. Packing some sour watermelon, foreplay, and cane. Woo! That sounds like fire. How is sour watermelon? I've never had that flavor. I'm gonna bet big. I'm gonna do 100 bowls. I wonder how many bowls I have. I don't even know how many I got. Huh. I have 1,800. Good. I should have a lot. Oh, this is fantastic. Let's get this heist going and over with. You got 40 bowls, Tristan, going all in. You might have 80 by the end of this. That's exciting, right? And, you know, and just so you know, okay, you don't have to bet against me every time. Okay, especially if I'm playing a game that I'm good at. I know sometimes it's hard to justify and know exactly what that is, but betting against me is not always the best idea. We have some fun on the Gamecast. We did a Gamecast of Apex, and I said if I hit a finisher or the special killing move or whatever, then everyone in the chat would get 100 bowls. I didn't get it, sadly. We played Risk of Rain 2, and everybody won a lot of bowls. Everybody won a ton of bowls when Cam came and kicked my butt on Smash Brothers. I did really well on Mortal Kombat 11 recently, so like a lot of people won some bowls off of that, obviously, which was a lot of fun. That's a great game. That's such a fun game. Stefan, do you have a Mason bowl? Do you have do you have a an Onyx bowl? I don't know if you do or not. Tell me if you do or not. Um, we need to work on your Phoenix pack. Me and you. We'll spend some time. We'll work on it. Get a good bowl that fits really nicely on. The Phoenix fits well on most bowls. I got a couple of bowls here with me at the moment. I'll pull down. Oops. I keep hitting my microphone. No, this is the Bambino bowl. Fits pretty well in the Bambino bowl. Not perfectly, but it fits pretty good for the most part. Fits very well on the Goodfellow bowl. Fits pretty good on that. It doesn't fit flush, so there is a little bit of wiggle on it, but it fits okay. Fits great on the Relics Ring bowl, which I know is not something that a lot of people have, obviously. Fits great on this Generation 2 um, Alien bowl, which I know a lot of people don't have as well, but it fits good on that. I have some other bowls, but they're dirty, so I'm not going to show them off. Fits good on the Onyx, obviously, as well. I tried AF Watermelon and Zomo Babylon and didn't enjoy it. What is Zomo Babylon? I'm not sure if I remember what flavor profile that one is. Alfalfa Watermelon, man, that's like a classic flavor. I don't even know if I could enjoy it anymore. It's such a different flavor in comparison to what I enjoy smoking nowadays that it would be really weird to go back to in my opinion. Getting some good clouds, good heat off this. Second rule. Second rule. We ready to do let's see, FFA is open. Babylon was a pear? I don't know. Was it a pear? Is it supposed to be a pear flavor? You know what a really good pear flavor is? I'll show you right now. I'll show you a really good mix too. Oh, I don't got the other one. I just have the so ice pear from Alpha Kama is a fantastic pear flavor. Juicy pear. Oh my gosh, so good. And then they also have this one called ice apple. Fantastic. And when you mix ice apple and ice pear, heaven. Heaven. It's so good. Michael just said, Matt, please do a hookah cleaning podcast. A lot of the videos online are not very good, or if you do have a good one, please link or refer. Thank you. Man, there is a couple good ones. I'm trying to think of a good one off the top of my head. I can't think of it right now. I'll try to remember and I'll try to link it to you after the fact. But we've been talking about that. Bilu has been asking a lot about doing a special clean your hookah episode as well. And it is something that me and Adrian have both talked about, and we're trying to work out the best schematics so that we can do it like at a sink, so we can really talk about cleaning a hookah the proper way and stuff, or the way that we do it at least. Stefan just said, I want a kilo of ice pear and apple. They're kilo worthy, that's for sure. They are kilo worthy. Hookah fiend to apple for life. I know you love your apple flavors, man. I know you love them. If this is your first night, you have to fight. What's he talking about? We should change FFA to I or exclamation point Fight Club. That's what we should change that to. The entire crew got wiped out on the heist. No. Tristan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Tristan. We got wiped. Everybody did, not just you. Everyone. Oh my goodness. I'm fishing in old school RuneScape right now. Oh my goodness. Who plays RuneScape? That's crazy. It's been a long time since I heard that. Captain Wetbeard plays some RuneScape. You guys should meet up on RuneScape and RuneScape it up or something. Matthew got his bowls wiped out as well. Oh no. Tristan, you don't tell me how to run my lives. You don't tell me how to run them. They're set the way they're set, and usually they're fine. It happens. It happens every once in a while, man. It does. Stefan plays some RuneScape too. We got some RuneScape players. Do we need an AM RuneScape server? I wouldn't even know the first step of doing something like that. It'd be fun to set up some sort of server for AM hookah guys to play a game together. Duck Game is we're a big fan of Duck Game over here, and that just got released on the Nintendo Switch. So I'm super excited about that. Need to get it for my Switch. We're gonna have a Switch night where we play that game. Whenever I do my game cast, you guys are more than welcome to join those with me. We played Apex with a couple of people. That was a ton of fun. So you guys are always more than welcome to do that with us. We play Smash Brothers every once in a while. We play Mortal Kombat 11, which is obviously a multiplayer game. There's a ton of games that we can totally do that kind of stuff. Rule 6, it's bare knuckle fighting. No shoes, no shirt, no weapons. Khaled won the FFA. Congratulations. So you lost some balls on the what's it called? But you won it back on the FFA. You lost on the heist, you won on the FFA. Seventh roll, The fight will go on as long as it has to. Did you guys read the book? Did you read the book of Fight Club, or did you only watch the movie? I've only ever seen the movie. I've never read the book. I also saw the movie Choke, which is made by the same person who made Fight Club. That's a crazy movie. It's interesting. I love Sam Rockwell, so as soon as I found out he was going to be in it, I had to watch it. If you were looking for a really good Sam Rockwell movie, watch the movie Moon. That is a fantastic movie. Stefan just asked, what's the purpose of running your finger around the bowl again? All right, the reason why we do that is to push the foil down against the rim of the bowl to help create that airtight pocket so that everything that's getting pulled is from the bowl itself and not from any sort of outside. If you had like a big old pocket on the side of it or something, that would cause some bad airflow. You'd get too much air coming into it. You want to lock that airflow only to the bowl itself so that you're only cooking the tobacco and pulling that heat down through the middle spire of it. So that's the point of running your finger around the rim of the bowl, is to create that airtight seal. Rim job does sound dirty, but that's what we're doing. We're giving the bowl a little bit of a rim job so that we get that airtight seal. So it happens. Sometimes you got to give that rim job to your bowl. Only the bowl. That's it. And not the middle spire. Don't give a rim job to the little hole in the middle. Don't do that. That'd be weird. Very weird. It's a bonding moment. I like that. I like that a lot. It's a bonding moment. Well, any other questions that you guys might have? Otherwise, I think we'll tone down and get ready to end up the night. Maybe we'll do one more heist and one more FFA. What do you guys think? One more heist and one more FFA. Does that sound good to you guys? Then we'll call it a night. Any other questions? Drop them down below. Let us know what you'd like to see technical difficulties turn into. Let me know what kind of games you would like to see on the Gamecast. Let us know what kind of topics you would like to hear about being discussed on the AMUG podcast. We have something very special happening on Monday, which is going to be a combined effort through AMUG podcast and Hookah University. We're going to be talking to a legal representative of Fumari and Zumerit, talking about the upcoming legislation that's happening in the United States of America that is trying to take away flavored hookah tobacco and trying to stop us from being able to buy hookah flavored tobacco of any kind over the internet. And it is solely the fault of people that are vaping and kids that are smoking hookah. If you're not 18, don't do it. If in your area you have to be 21 and you're not 21, don't do it. You're ruining it for the rest of us. Matthew says, Travis says, can I be invited to your man cave to smoke? Hell yeah. You come down here to Idaho, you are instantly invited to be a part of this. Come on to the show. Come and hang out in the man cave, the Matt cave, whatever you want to call it. You are invited. Everybody is invited to come and smoke with me at any given time. Thoughts on packing Alien Flashback? I don't have an Alien Flashback. All I have is the Gen 2 Alien Bowl that I love with all my heart. Oh my god, it's such a good bowl. The Alien Flashback I've only ever seen, and I'm not a fan of the small spire that it uses. It uses a very, very small spire. Seems like it'd be slightly restrictive. I've never packed it, never really used it, so I can't give a lot of impressions about it. 33 seconds for the heist and 3 minutes for the FFA. So we got to wait just a tiny bit for the FFA, but we can start a heist here in just a minute. Jump in the heist. I'm going to make sure my bet got taken. It only does it once, just so you guys are aware. So you can hit it as many times as you want to, but it's only going to take your first bet. Travis, getting risky with the heist. Careful, Travis. How are your guys' sessions going for you? I know there's a lot of people smoking in the chat tonight. How are your guys' sessions going? Crystal, how's your session going? I know you smoked a phenomenal mix. Stefan, you started smoking as well, or maybe you're going to start smoking. What about the rest of you guys? What are y'all smoking? Is it going good for you? This session is going very good. Loving that ultraviolet, loving that rose raspberry, and loving this mint mojito. Great. Fantastic. Bilu also coming in hot. Jeez. Do you guys have the bowls for these bets that you guys are making? Make sure you got the bowls or it won't count. You have to have the bowls in your account. High risk, high reward. Isn't that what you call betting on me? All right, so a couple of small house cleaning things before we get close to the ending. Don't forget to go over to Hookah, Hooked on Hookah, HOHstore.com. 30% off of your order. I made an order today. I got 3 different mixes of my own. I got jasmine and peach and vanilla. I got rose raspberry and mint. And then I also got a third one that I can't remember exactly what I called it. But the one that I had, the jasmine, the peach, and the vanilla, I think I'm going to call that mix the technical difficulties. I think that's the one that I called that. Nirvana Clipso, which is the cherry and peach, Superstitia Tropical. Ooh, I like the Clipso. The cherry and peach is a pretty good flavor mix. I like the cranberry grape from the Nirvana Eclipse line. That's very good. They have a very good cranberry. I'd love to see cranberry all by itself. I thought that was very good. We're going to put the lid back on for just a little bit. Get some heat going. Stefan just said, I love Drake. That's good. I'm happy for you. Matthew says, Authorman Turkish coffee is favorite. Ooh, I have Turkish coffee. I don't think I've tried it. It smells really good. I'm just not a huge coffee flavor person. So, like, I don't smoke a lot of coffee flavors. I only smoke, like, a bowl a night. So, like, when I go to smoke, I kind of try to stay to the stuff that I like, which is not always the best thing. But I do that. We got an FFA opened up. Let's go ahead and do this. Matt, what's that Alpha Comma flavor on your wall? There's 2 Alpha Comma flavors. My head's blocking the box, but this is the passion fruit because it is the best passion fruit on the market, hands down. And then that's Mountain Breeze right there. That's Mountain Breeze, and that's also a very, very good flavor. I also have 250 grams of it. I won 250 grams from Derek of Moses Hoses because he made a bet with me during the football season. I'm always down to take bets on football season, by the way. If the Titans are playing your team, let me know, and we will make a bet going on about that game. Whoever the winner is will score something. I've done bets for Tangiers. I've done bets for Alpha Comma. I've done all sorts of bets for all sorts of things. And I'm willing to do it all the time. Mix it with spiced chai is what Matthew says. That sounds good. I don't have a 50 grams or a box of the guava. That's the only reason why that one's not on my wall. Passion fruit deserves a spot up here for sure. Once I finish this ice pear, that's going to go up there as well. I have some other stuff that I need to get stuck on the wall of fame as well. Don't be laughing at my Titans, Travis. What was your record? What was the Jaguars' record this last year, huh? Was it 9-7? I didn't think so. Come at me, brah. I'm excited to see what Nick Foles does on the Jaguars. He'll probably be just as bad as Blake Bortles. Probably. Got some heat going now. Can you talk about hookah additions like pineapple bowls, ice in the vase, milk in the vase? What are your favorites or what is stupid? Well, milk is never good to put in the vase, even if you dilute it with water. Don't do that. It's going to bubble and cause problems. Don't do that. Matt, isn't it crazy? We were talking to Badia not too long ago on a live, and now everyone loves his product. It is funny. Me and Stefan one night just doing our own little live that we did, and then we talked to Badia, and yeah, it's been phenomenal. It's been really cool. Okay, so back to Michael's quick question. I think pineapple heads and grapefruit heads and orange heads and all those things are like frivolous and novelty, but they're fun and there's nothing wrong with them. I think they're just fun. That's the biggest thing about them. They're just fun to use. They're nothing important that you don't have to use them or anything. They're just fun. In the vase, I don't usually put a lot of stuff. I used to put ice in there every once in a while, but I don't even do that honestly all that much. I don't know. There's definitely room to talk about those kinds of things because when you get done with doing regular hookah stuff, you want to do some other things as well. And I think that it's fun to experiment and try different things out. And there's nothing wrong with it at all. Like, don't let anyone ever talk down to you because you want to try something different because it's just fun to try stuff out. Oh my gosh, I lost the heist, but Kaled won, Matthew won, Raul won, Hookah Fiend won, Bilu won. Congratulations, guys. Let's see how this FFA ends up being. I think I'm entered in it. Let's make sure I am. All right. Watching offline, do you get any bowls? Oh, no. No, because there's ways to like game the system by doing that. So only live shows count towards your bowl count. Hookah Fiend just said, don't fight, guys. Ravens are winning the Super Bowl. I don't know about that. There's still some work that needs to be done on the Ravens team. Let's not be crazy. Fight Club book has a huge price. They missed. Choke is also very good. Still will be better than any of the Titans players. Brah, we can have some good bets this year. We can have some good bets. We talked about this already once. Pretty sure my team won everything. Who's your team, Matthew? Are you a Patriots fan? Come on, Matthew. I'm starting to like you. It's been 84 years since my team won. Who's your team? The Browns or something? Who's that bad? Glad the Sox are waiting 80 years or glad the Sox are waiting 80 years anymore. I don't know what that means. Can I donate bowls? No, you can't, Stefan. Don't want to get because I have to do all that stuff manually, so I don't want to deal with that. Matthew is the one that posted about the Sox, so he probably is. I'm from Boston, man. LOL. It's a given. I'm from Boston. He's from Boston, so he has to like the Patriots. Tom Brady. Hey, Tom Brady, can you throw me that ball? Oh, it's so light. Why isn't this inflated all the way? I feel like I can just squish it with my hands. My accent was dying there. The winner of the FFA, Hookah University. Congratulations, Hookah University. Once again, don't forget on Monday, AM Hookah Podcast is teaming up with Hookah University. We'll be talking to a legal representative, Fumari Zumerit, to talk about the legal stuff that's coming down to try and stop us from enjoying our wonderful hobby. So make sure you guys tune into that because it's going to be a super important episode. There's going to be a lot of information and a lot of talk. So join us for that. It's going to be super important. It's on Monday. It's going to be, I believe, on Facebook and on YouTube. So please join us for that. Ooh, Michael is also in Boston. You guys should get together, do a Boston meetup. That'd be awesome. Don't talk about any Patriots. That's not cool. Travis says, Matt, I got a Stone Bowl to bet this session. To bet this season. You got a Stone Bowl to bet this season. Ooh. We're gonna have a good bet, Travis. We are. I guarantee that. And if you're in Idaho, we're going to be watching some football together. It's going to be fun. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for the stream tonight. Thank you guys so much for participating. Thank you so much for getting bowls and having fun, giving lots of really good questions. This has been a phenomenal episode. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys stopping by so very much. Don't forget to hit that like button before you leave. Also, share the video. Let others know what we do here at the AMUKA Podcast channel. We run 3 shows a week. We have the main podcast on Monday. We have the Gamecast on Wednesday, and we have technical difficulties every Friday night. Thank you guys so much for participating. Thank you so much for being part of it. You guys are awesome. Go over to hohstore.com, use discount code AMHOOKAH, and don't forget to go and check out the giveaway to enter in to win 3 packs of 100 grams from Hooked on Hookah Tobacco. Got to try their Pepsi. It's very, very good stuff, guys. It's awesome. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Until next time, I'll take one more hit. keep on smoking.